Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video we will create a movie search app. Let's search a movie, for example Avenger, and press the enter button. You will get this result, okay, related to the Avenger. So now let's click, for example, on this one. We will see the related data, the details of that film. Let's close that back. Let's click on this one, see, and close that back. Let's search, for example, love. Related to love, we will get this data. Let's click on this one, we will get the result. Okay, if you search for something else, fight movies, you will get the movies and you will see the result of that in 2017, rating 5.6, and the detail, and click close, that will close back. So in this video we'll create this movie search app in React.js, and we will use OMDB API to fetch the movies from that API, and then we will search that and filter them, and also we will show the details of every film. So now let's get started, guys. So for this movie app, so I have created my React app, and now we will start our coding. In the index page I have imported the app.js. okay, in the app.js, so now we will start our coding. So for the designing, we can use CSS or Tailwind CSS or Bootstrap, but I would like to use the Bootstrap for the design, to design our app. So let's import it. If you don't know how to import the Bootstrap, so I have already videos about that, how to use Bootstrap in React.js. Bootstrap /dash/css/ let's pick up the design in .css. So after this, so now let's get started. So I will assign a class name to this. The width would be 100, height should be R2, and the background I will use, for the background purpose I will use the CSS because the liner didn't, we cannot sit here. App.css, I will use the background border, background color for this app, okay, for this div. Main wrapper, let's copy this class name and just come here. Background color would be linear gradient. So background should be linear gradient to right. So let's make it like this and this like this, okay. It should be important. Let's import the CSS file here, m4./app.css. so now we would like to have the title. The title would be, let's write the header. In the header section we have h2 tag. Here we would like movie search. Then we will have a search bar. For the search bar I will create a separate component, so let's create that. Search.js, function component export. So here we will have an input field, class name, search input, type would be text, and also name would be movie, and width would be 50, padding should be 2, and also the placeholder search movie. So now let's import that. Search didn't take, so let's import it. Yes, it has imported. Let's use that here. Okay, so now let's add bootstrap classes to this. Flex flex should be column, and align items center and justify file content center. So okay, we have right now this. After that we should show our result. Okay, whenever we search a movie, so we should display the result here. So the first thing is that let's check it. We will run the server, npm start, npm start. It will start the server, and we will see. We will go ahead and by checking. Okay, we will check every section, and then we will go ahead. Yeah, search movie. So let's we should just set the width for this. So to set width for this, it should be 100, and also text should be center, and text should be white. And also let's set the text for this, the font for this. So let's come to the after CSS dot main wrapper header then h2 font family is equal to, we can say this sans serif, and so it looks like this. Let's add font weight. It should be 700, and font size should be 40 pixel. And also let's add here the search. Okay, in the top of this margin top, margin y should be 4. Yes, it looks like better. It should be 5. And also let's add something here. Margin top should be 5. Yeah, it looks like this. Okay, so now whenever we search something, so we should see the result down. So now whenever we are writing something here in this input field, so we should catch that. First of all, let's change this margin top would be 3 and margin bottom 5. Okay, so let's add here unchange event, unchange. So we will call on handle input this function. Okay, so we will create this function in app.js in the main component. Okay, the parent. So first we will create a state to catch those values. So const state sit state is equal to we will use state hook, and here we will create an object. Okay, and this object will have first of all the search query with us, and also the results that we are getting. This would be array type. Okay, the results that we are getting from an API, that would be array type. So let's now create a function, this function. Okay, this handle input, const handle input is equal to, we will get an event arrow function. So here first of all we will get the value, let search is equal to event dot target dot value. After that we will set the state, and there we will have the previous values, previous state. Here we will return the previous state, and we will update the search. The search with search that we are typing right now. Okay, with this search. So now we will pass this handle input to this search component. Okay, is equal to this. Let's remove this. Add this here. We pass this there to this search component. Let's extract that here. Okay. So now whenever we are writing something, so we will store that in this variable. So when we press the enter button, okay, enter, so then we should get the result. So for that we will call another event on key press, or on key down, we can say, is equal to, we will call another function which is by the name of search result. So now we will create this one there. First we will destruct here, and let's create it here. Const is equal to arrow function fo event dot key was equal to with enter. So first we will just get an alert, enter. Okay, so now let's check it. So first of all, let's write something and press the enter button. We didn't get the result. We didn't pass it. Okay, sorry, we should pass it. Is equal to with this. Yes. So now let's write something. Press the enter. See, enter. I pressed the enter, so we got the result. So now we will fetch the data. When we press the enter button, so we will fetch the data. For fetching data, I will use ReactJS library. Import ReactJS from ReactJS. You can use fetch API. ReactJS.get. Here we will use the URL. From this URL we will fetch the data. Okay, this URL, let's come here. So first of all, here you should generate a key. Okay, enter your email name and the purpose of using. So after entering the getting the key, so then you should come here and use this API. Okay, it is a free. This is use the open movie database. Okay, it is the movie database. You can use it, this key like this. Okay, API request and data request. This is the usage of that. So I will just copy this and just come here, and we will write something like this, and now we will get the result. So I will print first the result. What we get, console.log result. If there was any error, print that on the console.log. So let's check it, and let's come to the console. Let's come here to the console, and let's write something like write and enter. See, we got this result. Okay, we got this data, the data, and incorrect IMDb ID, response false. We didn't get any request, any data. So let's check it. So I have generated a new key. Okay, I registered my email and I got a new key from their API from this website. Okay, so then I got this result. Okay, if we search now, we will get another object. See here, and we will get the data. See, we got this data. So we got the result. So now let's store it in the this results array. Okay, so let's do it instead of this. So now we will set our state result.data. search. We will get the search based. So now we will append that, and s is equal to, and the search is equal to the query that we would like to append with this. Okay, we would like to search this. Okay, for example, we wrote Avenger, so that should show the related data to Avenger. If we search love, it showed the feelings related to love. Okay, so now we will append that state dot search. Okay, search based on this query and show the result to us, and store that data dot search. For example, it get 3 or 4 results, so then we will store that in this results. Sorry, we should set that in, we should use the arrow function. We will write something like this. Remove this and come here and just set a state, and here we will use the previous state arrow function and return the result dot data dot search. Sorry, write something like this, dot previous state, comma, the result state, the result is equal to with this. It is results with us. So now we will use map function for this, and to display all the movies in front of our page. And before that, I will just add a class name here, vh, enter it. Now let's check it. See it, it looks like this, but I will remove deep flex column, this. Okay, this one I should remove this one. Yeah, it looks like this. So now let's use the map function. So now I will create another component by the name of result.js. In that component, I will print the title and the image. So now let's create it. So here in this div, I will print the title and the image. Result, and here the first thing would be the image that we would like to print. In the src, we will pass the data. Okay, from this component, let's pass the data to that. First of all, we will import this result. So let's import it, the top. So now let's use it. So the first of all, we will pass the, I will pass the result to that. Result is equal to result. I will catch that here. So let's print the result dot poster. It will print the poster, it means image of that, and let's print the title of that. That would be, for example, in h3 result dot title, and also let's assign size. So now let's check it once how it looks like. App.js results is not found, so let's check it. Here results, it is results, oh sorry, that is state.results. Okay, so now let's create a Avenger, press enter, and see we got this result. See, we will get the images also, and let's just decrease the height of this. Width would be minimum, vertical height would be 100. Okay, we got this result. So now let's add some design to this. So to design that, it should be 6 with us, it should be also 4 with us, and now, and also let's add this should be h5 with us. Let's add some width and height to this image in CSS file. So I will add some design for images. Result img, width should be 100% and height should be 300 pixel or 320 pixel. So let's import this in the result. Import app.css. Let's check it now. See, it looks like this. Let's design it a little bit more. So just let's make it 3 on medium devices, 3 also on this large device. You see, it looks like this. Now let's add the border to this, and also shadow to add border. So I will add border to this one, border gray, border example 4. See it, it looks like this, but not. I will add the border to the result one, to this one. Okay, class name, and let's add some class name. Let's close this one. Oh, we have 2 classes, sorry. Yeah, it looks like this now. So let's add gap between them. So let's make it dark, and we will design this text should be, yeah, it is okay, but this area should be gray. So I will use a separate view per image. What is it doing? Per image and text area. Okay, and also I will wrap this area. The title should be in this area. Okay, so I will add this border to this area, and this this area should be gloss, beige, dark, and text white. So let's check it. It looks like this. Let's add some padding. Padding should be 2. See it? It looks like this. Just let's add. Come here and add margin Y should be 2. Okay, it looks like awesome. So let's add box shadow to this, and cursor should be pointer. And just come here to the result. Come here. Dot result. H-over. Cursor pointer, and also we will add a box shadow. Box shadow that should be, for example, 3 pixel, 3 pixel, 5 pixel. So let's check it once. See, it looks like this, but so let's make it 0 for all 4 sides, and this should be just blur, and color should be white. Yeah, we have did it. So now let's, whenever we click on everyone, for example we click on this one or on this one, so we should display the record of that one. Or we search, for example, love, we should get the result for love film. Okay, see, we get these films. So now let's say whenever we click on this one or this one, so we should see the result for that one. So let's create a component for that. Name that detail.js, and React function component export. What we will do, we will just write in the detail class name flex items, flex column, align items, center. So after that we will print the image, and also the description, the title, and the year. So I will just take a div for the container, row, and here I will assign div. This would be call sex, and okay. In the first part I will display the image, and in the second part I will display the title and the description. Here I will just display the image. I will pass the image to this component, okay, and also I will pass the MD12 yeah. In this part I will just display the title and also the description, and also the year. Here the year, and at the last there will be a button for close, to close the container. So now let's okay it. So whenever we click on an item, so let's come here. Yeah, we should create a state here. Instead of creating a separate const, so let's create an object here. Selected, okay, we'll create this object, and here we will create a function const open detail is equal to, here we will pass an id and open detail. Now I will pass the open detail to this component, to the result one. Open detail is equal to open detail. After passing this to the open there to the result, so now let's come to the result. Here we will get that result and open detail. Open, copy this, and whenever we click on this, on click, we will call that, and we will pass the id to that result.id. result.md. Yeah, we should, the name of API is omdb id. Okay, we will pass this id to this function open detail. So now let's check it, alert id. Yes, simply let's come here and just Avenger. See, let's click on this one. The id is undefined. Okay, so the name of the id, I will find that. So that is imdb. So let's check that it is imdb. Okay, save it, imdb. Let's click on this. We got this id. Let's click on this one. We got this id. After getting the id, so now we will fetch that record. Okay, so to fetch that record, let's write here, we will use Axios library.get, and here we will use the URL Control S, Control V. Here instead of this I is equal to means id is equal to, so here this id, instead of this id I will just write sorry, let's write here the id and then plus sign, and then this, remove this one. Okay, so we will get, based on this id, the record, that then we will get the data, and we will assign that to the state. Okay, set state, here the previous state, and update the selected is equal to data. Is there, yeah, let's remove this on steering. Wrap it in. Yes, if there was any error, that get after getting the result, so now let's print it on the screen. So to print that, we will use here, so let's write here if the state dot selected dot title was not equal to with undefined, so then we will print the detail, okay, detail component. Otherwise we will print this header section. So the detail section, okay, to the detail section we will pass the selected data. Okay, selected is equal to selected. I will pass this data to that. So the detail is imported or not? No. So let's import detail from detail and also select it. Previous state results, no results. Where open detail, previous state selected is equal to the data. So now let's check it. So line 44 selected is not defined. Let's check it. State dot selected. So this is state dot selected. State dot selected. Okay. So let's get it. So let's see it. We don't have any data. For example, right now we have the data in the selected. No, right now that is empty, undefined. So let's just add here type of state that selected. The title was not undefined, so then it will. So now let's write Avenger, search it, and let's see the result. See, we have this result, and now let's click on this one. So we should see the result. We didn't get any results, so let's check it. The detail, instead of passing the data for right now, let's just display the detail, and the detail should looks like this. Let's print some data here. Tag and text should be white. Yeah, we have that. So now let's, the data we have passed, so now let's check that. Yes, let's come to the app.js. Yeah, we have passed this data, so now let's get the data here. Select it, and here we will print the selected image. Selected data photo. What was that? Let's check that. The name of poster, sorry, poster, and here we should print selected title, and here the year, selected year, and here also we will print the description letter. See, we have the image, we have the title, and we have the year. And let's print other description. Selected dot plot, and also let's print the rating. That would be selected dot IMDb rating. So now let's check it. See, we have this, the rating, and also the details. So now we should have a button here. So before that, let's design it. So we will just make it justify content and remove this. Center, and let's make it v5 looks like this. Next. Should be in the center and it should look like this. Let's create a button here. Close. Class name. Danger and unclick. We should close the this section. Okay, so let's create another function at the app.js. Const close is equal to when we click this when we call this function, so we should set the this area, the selected, to empty. Okay, let's copy this line and paste it here. Set state, the previous state, and the selected should be empty object. Let's pass the close to the detail. Where is the detail? Let's come here. Close is equal to close. Let's get that. Close. Let's call that. Let's now click this. See, we have back the detail. Let's click on this one. Oh, we didn't get the result. Let's click this one. Why? Handle the data. We didn't pass this one, so it is not part of this. And not this one. Let's check here and on click. We should open the detail. Open detail. Result.imdb should call open detail. Open detail with ID. Okay, pitch data related to that ID and set state selected to the data, and let's here. Okay, let's come here, see it, close it, and let's click on this back. See, and let's click on this one. See, we have the data. Let's click on this one. See, we have that data. So it was all about searching and displaying the related loop. For example, related to love, we see this. Let's click on this one. See, we have this data. So it was all about the movie search app in React.js. If you have liked this video, so please like this video and also subscribe our YouTube channel, and thanks for watching.